Everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're just watching me for the first time, my name is Lizzie. You're welcome. For all subscribers, thank you guys for always coming back to watch my videos. I love you guys so much. Thank you all so much. I really just want to use this as a medium to say how appreciative I am of you guys. You all have really been of great help to me. Thank you all so much. So today I'm going to show you guys how I was able to achieve this gele. This is one of my signature geles, so I decided to show you guys how I was able to do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is to fold the edges of the gele so that it doesn't look rough at the front of her head right there. Thereafter, I'm going to make few pleats. So the number of pleats, this is the base gele right now. The number of pleats you're going to make right here depends on how big your gele is. At this point, I have a very good length of my gele, so I'm just going to make few pleats. If you have a smaller gele, you need to make fewer pleats. And right now, I'll place one hand of the gele on top and the other hand underneath, that is at the back of her head. So one hand of the gele goes on top and the other hand goes underneath. The rule for this gele tutorial today is 70-30. So one hand of your gele has to really be longer than the other hand of your gele. And I also want to quickly chip in that you can make the front of the gele a round gele, or you can just make it a V-shaped gele. But for me, once I don't have a very good length of my gele, what I usually do is just to make the front of the gele a round gele. But I have other tutorials though on how to make a V-shaped gele. Just in case you're interested, I would link the videos right on top of this video. So at this point, I'm going to pick one hand of the gele and just make pleats like you can see me do in the video. I'm just going to place the pleats on top each other so that it can give me that formation, that standing formation right there. I'll be placing the pleats on top each other, whereas for the base gele, I was placing the pleats behind each other. Now the beauty of the gele is you have to make sure that your pleats are neatly done and are well laid. So you really need to take your time following this step. You really need to take your time and arrange your pleats properly so that they come out really nice and beautiful. So all I'm quickly going to do is to keep making these pleats until I reach the tail end of the gele that I have right here in my hand. So just watch me as I do this, guys. You're definitely going to love it. So guys, I'm almost done making my pleats. At the end of the gele. At this point, I'm just going to arrange the pleats properly so that it gives me a very neat formation right there. So in this tutorial, I'll be using needle and thread and also office pins. You can use office pins or you can use the dressmaker pins. It all depends on what you want. For the purpose of this video, I had a blue thread, but Once you're going to do this, please make use of the color of the gele that you are tying on the person. Just make sure that you make use of the thread has to be in the color of the gele that you're tying on the person. I hope that is understood. So I'm just quickly going to use the needle and thread to tack this point right here. Just by you watching me do this, I'm sure that you're going to get it, because this is not difficult at all. So I'm just going to use the needle and thread, like I said, to tack this place, just to secure it properly while I continue making the gele. So right now I'm going to trace the remaining pleats. I'll just trace it. Make sure that you trace that neatly. Let everything come out neatly. Let it be fine. I'm just going to trace the pleats. And so guys, this is how I am going to bend the gele. I'm just going to pull it over toward the other side where we have the pleats, the place where I tacked, the place where I secured with needle and thread. And I'm just going to join the edges of this pleats together. It's just like me creating ruffles. So I'm just going to join them together using needle and thread. You can actually use pins for this part, but I just wanted it to be more secured and all. Moving on, I'm still going to trace the pleats down towards the other side of her face and repeat almost the same step that I took on the other side of her face. So right now I'm going to hold the gele at the middle of her head and use needle and thread to secure that. So once you're done securing that, please make sure that you trace the pleats again down towards the other side of her face so that your pleats can be really neat. So this is how I'm going to bend it again over towards the other side of her face where we have the pleats secured with needle and thread. Also make sure that you trace your pleats. It's very important because that is the beauty of the gele. If you do yours properly, it can actually come out more beautiful than what I have right here. So make sure that you trace your pleats properly. So once I'm done doing that, I'm going to pick up the needle and thread again and secure that area. Like I said before guys, please make sure that you use the color. The thread should be in the color of the gele that you're tying on the person or on yourself. I would have used pins for this, the normal office pins or the dressmaker pins, but this is really thick at the moment. That was why I decided to secure with needle and thread, because I don't want the gele to fall at any point at all. So I'm just going to secure that area with needle and thread. So at this point I'm going to join the ruffles that I have made with needle and thread. Just like I said before, you can use your pins because the edges of the gele right here are not too thick, so you can use your normal pins, or you can just follow the same method that I used. You can use your needle and thread. So at this point I'm done securing that area. If you're not too sure, you can go in with thread or your pins, that is if you're not too sure. So what I'm going to do with the rest of the gele is just to make few ruffles. So I'm just going to let you guys enjoy the rest of this video, because I believe that as you see me do it, you can definitely understand and learn from it. So enjoy guys. When I brought the both hands of the gele to the front, guys, I told you all that the measurement has to be 70-30, which means that one hand has to really be longer than the other hand of the gele. And it is the 70 part of the gele that we have been working with since. This is what we have been making ruffles with since. So we are done with the longer hand of the gele, which is the 70 part of the gele. At the moment, I'll pick up the 30 parts of the gele and place that on top the 70 part of the gele like this, and I'm just going to make few round pleats. So guys, once I'm done making the pleats, I'm just going to place that at the back of her head and secure that properly. Here is what the back of my gele looks like. Yours can actually be neater than this. It all depends on the procedure and the techniques that you use. So at this point, I'm going to close the back of the gele because she actually wanted it closed. You can either open it or close it at the back. It all depends on what your client wants or what you have in mind. So right now, it's just me basically arranging the gele properly so that it doesn't fall at any point in time on her head. So what I'm going to do is to pin the ruffles that I've made, the back of the ruffles. I'm just going to pin the back to the base gele so that it doesn't fall at any point at all. So I'm going to do that on all the ruffles that I have made. Just pin that to the base gele and it won't fall at any point at all. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If it has been helpful, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, share, and also comment in the comment section. Like I said guys, this is my signature gele, so I don't think that you can easily see this anywhere. So you have a new thing that you have definitely learned today. And my client rocked her gele and she was super happy. Now what I want to also chip in is, as a makeup artist, as a gele artist, anything that you're doing at all in life, it all depends on your skills, how good you are at it. Make sure that everything that you do, you try to stand out and try to make yours different. Thank you all for watching this video. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, share, and I will see you guys in my next video. If you were able to achieve this, please don't forget to send pictures to me on Instagram at Lizzie's Touch, the same spelling, and I'll be really happy to chat with you all to see what you were able to do and how you were able to achieve this. Thank you all. See you all in my next video. Bye.